Hey there! Are you looking for the perfect fish species to bring your home aquarium to life? We often try to add as many species to our tanks as possible, but focusing on one species can make all the difference. Adding a school of beautiful tropical fish to your freshwater aquarium is the first step towards setting up an excellent community tank. So, if you're ready to set up a school of beautiful tropical fish in your aquarium, this video is for you because we will cover 15 of the best schooling fish species that can bring life to your aquarium. The most exciting thing that you can do is watch and play with these fish because they appreciate other tank mates and interact with their owner. Even aquascape competitors train these schooling fish to pose for shots. So in this video, we will learn about what schooling fish are, some essential facts that you should know, and a recommended list of 15 schooling fish species. Are you ready to learn about schooling fish? If yes, then let's learn about what these fish are. Now, before we get started, here's where I ask for a hand on smashing that like button. Smashing the like button lets the YouTube algos know that this video deserves an algorithmic high five, while at the same time encourages me to make more videos just like this one. Schooling aquarium fish are the species that hang out together in groups. They often swim around a tank together in such harmony that they almost look like one animal. This social behavior has some important benefits for schooling fish, which is why they don't like to be separated from other members of their species. There are many different types of schooling aquarium fish in the hobby, and they are often amazingly colorful and peaceful fish. Schooling fish range in size from under an inch in length to real monsters that grow to several feet. This video will focus on the best small schooling fish an average fish keeper can succeed with. Now that you know what schooling fish are, let's dive right in and get to know 15 of the best schooling species that could look great in your aquariums. So in the first position, let's learn about Cory Catfish. There are several species of Corydoras catfish, all of which are excellent schooling aquarium fish. These peaceful fish are so much fun to watch as they cruise around the bottom of the tank, looking for food in the substrate. Corydoras catfish spend most of their time shoaling, but they will school up to move around in the aquarium. If you observe, you might see these funny fish wink at you, and don't be surprised to see them shoot up to the surface to take a breath of air now and then. If your tank is large enough, you can keep schools of 6 or more Cory catfish. The schooling behavior of Cory catfish is fascinating because the fish move in perfect synchrony throughout the aquarium like a skilled dancing troupe. After Cory catfish, let's learn about our next schooling fish in this list, which is Chili Rasbora. The Chili Rasbora is a genuinely small fish species from Southeast Asia. These nano fish can do great in a fish tank as small as 5 gallons, so they're awesome for aquarists who don't have space for a more extensive setup. Chili Rasboras can be shy around larger fish, but will feel more confident in a planted tank with a dark substrate and some floating plants. The Chili Rasbora must be kept in schools of 6 or more, although much larger schools of 20 plus are ideal. The schooling behavior of a large group of this fish is fascinating. Its natural habitat typically has slow water flow and contains acidic water rich in tannins and leaf litter. After the Chili Rasbora, now let's talk about our next fish on this list, which is Harlequin Rasbora. No list of schooling fish would be complete without mentioning the awesome Harlequin Rasbora. These excellent freshwater fish are instantly recognizable by the blackish-blue triangular patch on either side of their body. Harlequin Rasboras are perfect for beginners because they get along great with much other peaceful community fish. Just be sure to keep your Harlequin Rasboras in a lovely big school to see them at their most confident. As a schooling fish, the Harlequin Rasbora should be kept in groups of 8 to 10. Even more numerous schools create a stunning display. Any fish can be kept with harlequins as long as it is not a giant predatory fish. It doesn't bite or fight with other species. After the Harlequin Rasbora, now let's move on to our next schooling fish, which is the Neon Tetra, one of the famous fish in the aquarium hobby. The Danio Tetra hardly needs any introduction. It is no surprise that they are one of the most popular schooling fishing aquarium hobbies. Neon tetras look almost too colorful to be accurate, and they are super peaceful and easy to care for. Pick up a big group of 20 or more neon tetras if you want an awesome display tank. They are calm, colorful, and mostly peaceful, making them ideal for beginners and advanced hobbyists. Now, after the Neon Tetra, let's learn about our next schooling fish, which is the Cardinal Tetra. The Cardinal Tetra looks very similar to the Neon Tetra, but it is not the same species. These amazing schooling tetras have a deep red stripe that runs almost the length of their entire body. Cardinal Tetras are not as common as neons, and they can be a little more tricky to care for, especially if they're wild caught. Choose these incredible tetra fish if you want a splash of unique color in your tank. Arguably the most popular of the small tetras, the Cardinal Tetra is similar in appearance to a longtime aquarium favorite, the Neon Tetra. Cardinal Tetras are active schooling fish, living peacefully in a community aquarium. Now, let's learn about our next fish in this list, which is the Otocinclus Catfish. Otocinclus Catfish are an excellent schooling species for a planted tank. Okay, they might not be as colorful as some other species in this list, but Otos have other great benefits. These peaceful community fish are specialized algae eaters and do an amazing job keeping freshwater aquariums clean. They are sucker fish that feed on surfaces like driftwood, plants, and even glass. Keeping these helpful fish in a tank with a good algae supply is essential to ensure that they stay well fed. Otocinclus are social fish, living in shoals of thousands in the wild. Because of this, you'll need to keep at least 6 in your tank, and 10 to 15 would be better for a 20-gallon tank. However, if you only want to own 6 Otos, a 10-gallon tank will be okay. After Otocinclus Catfish, now let's learn about our next fish in this list, which is glass catfish. If you're looking for something strange and unusual for your aquarium, look no further than the glass catfish. These guys aren't very colorful. In fact, they have almost no color at all. Watching these peaceful schooling fish is amazing, because you can see them right into their bodies. The only necessary tank mate for glass catfish is more of their kind. These are schooling fish, which means they stick together closely for protection. Due to their very timid nature, it's better to keep these fish in groups of 4 to 6, especially if you have other fish in your tank. After glass catfish, now let's talk about our next fish on this list, which is white cloud mountain minnow. White cloud mountain minnows are cold water fish from China that look awesome in the school of their kind. These inexpensive fish usually don't need a heater, so keeping the white cloud mountain minnow separate from tropical fish that enjoy higher temperatures is essential. A few varieties of white cloud mountain minnows are available in the hobby, including a popular form with longer fins and an awesome gold morph. As schooling fish, they feel most comfortable if you get a group of at least 6 and keep them in a 10-gallon tank or larger. Fortunately, white clouds are pretty inexpensive, so buying a huge group of them won't break the bank. It makes them the best addition to your aquarium if you love adding new species to your tank. After minnows, now let's learn about one of the most popular fish in the aquarium hobby, which are Rummy nose tetras. These popular schooling fish are known for their bright red nose or face. Rummy nose tetras are great fish for community tanks because they're so peaceful and easygoing. Rummy nose tetras are very active fish that spend time schooling in the top and middle layers of the tank. The Rummy nose tetra needs plenty of swimming space and a school of at least 10 to shine. After Rummy nose tetras, now let's talk about our next fish in this list, which is Eye Tetra. The Eye Tetra is an elegant silvery fish with just enough color to make things interesting. They are hardy fish, making them an excellent choice for beginner fish keepers. You will love watching these peaceful fish schools and hanging out at the aquarium's mid-water level. These easy schooling fish grow larger than most other tetras, so keeping them in large tanks with plenty of swimming space is best. Now let's move on to our next fish in this list, which is Ember Tetra, a popular red fish in the aquarium hobby. The Ember Tetra is also known as the Flame Tetra because of its bright orange color. They are great nano fish that look amazing in a big school. These tiny tetras don't need a big tank, but prefer slightly acidic water. The Ember Tetra is an amazing choice for a nano-planted aquarium. They will look and act their best in a school of at least 8, but consider a much larger group if you have the space. Let's move on to our next fish in this list, which is cherry barb, one of the most peaceful barbs you can buy. Cherry barbs are rewarding fish that are a perfect choice for beginners and experts alike. These Asian fish from the carp family are not aggressive fish like their relatives, the tiger barbs. The huge scales, deep orange color, and dark lateral stripe make these eye-catching aquarium fish great for a display tank. Cherry barbs are highly social creatures, so consider picking up a school of 10 or more to see them thrive. Within these schools, there will most likely be hierarchy. There would be a ratio of at least 2 females to 1 male. This is what I recommend you with my personal experience for helping you set up your schooling fish aquariums. Now, after cherry barb, let's learn about our next schooling fish, which is Serpae Tetra. Serpae Tetras are stunning fish. They are generally peaceful but can have a bit of a mean streak. Keeping them in a large school of 10 or more is the best strategy to minimize aggression, but choosing suitable tank mates is also important. Other semi-aggressive and slightly bigger fish make good tank mates for Serpae Tetras. Smaller fish with long fins should be avoided. After Serpae Tetra, now let's talk about Danio fish. Danios are excellent schooling fish for freshwater aquariums. There are many awesome species, but the well-known zebra danio is one of the best examples. Zebra danios are among the most popular schooling fish because they are affordable and get along great with many different tank mates in community tanks. These fish love to school in the middle and upper layers of the tank, and they don't need a heater because they are comfortable in cooler water temperatures. Zebra danio fish are active swimmers who need plenty of swimming space to stay healthy. After the zebra danios, now let's move to our next and last schooling fish, which is the rainbow fish. The hobby has many beautiful rainbow fish species, including popular species like the neon and Bozeman's rainbow fish. These peaceful fish are great for planted aquariums, where they will school in the top and mid-water levels of the fish tank. The different species of rainbow fish have slightly different needs, so make sure you research each species carefully before adding it to your tank. Most rainbow fishes like to be in a small school, so plan on having at least 5 to 6 individuals for the larger species and 8 to 10 individuals for the smaller species. Ensure that your tank will have enough space for all of your fish. All the fish mentioned in this video are social fish that need to be kept in groups to be happy. One common question that pops up is whether you can put together a school of one of each different species, and unfortunately the answer is generally no. Schooling fish will form mixed schools sometimes, but you must have the minimum number of each species. Schooling fish can be timid if kept on their own, and they won't show all the fascinating natural social behaviors that you'll see in a big group. There's something special about how fish school together where they are kept in large groups. This fascinating behavior is something we fish keepers never get tired of watching. Keeping a healthy school of colorful tropical fish is easy with the proper knowledge. Choose any species in this list confidently and watch your aquarium burst with life. What is your favorite schooling freshwater fish? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video and want to support us, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Aquarium Store Depot, where we discuss all the aquarium-related topics and help you thrive in the aquarium hobby. If you have any queries or problems related to the aquarium hobby, join our Facebook and Discord groups where beginner to advanced fish keepers share their personal experiences. I am sure you will find your solution if you face any fish keeping issues. Thanks for watching this video.